Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Vanderbilt Dynasty. We are in the preseason of 2029, and actually a preseason top 25 team. But this video is going to be a little bit different than the past several videos of Vanderbilt Dynasty. We're going to be simming most of 2029 and playing the entire 2029 season from the regular season to the postseason, all the way through the offseason, and this video will end in the preseason of 2030. We're only going to play a few more seasons of Vanderbilt Dynasty. I'm thinking 2, 3, 4 more, something like that. And hopefully we can eventually make the playoff and win a national championship. But here in 2029, we'll start off by taking a look at our schedule. We've got us starting with FCS Northwest, Fresno State, SMU, then at South Carolina, home against Purdue, at Alabama, then a bye week, and then against the number 1 team LSU, and against Missouri, home against Auburn, home against Kentucky, at Texas, at Tennessee. So it's the same conference games we played last season. And then we get Purdue, SMU, Fresno State, and FCS Northwest in the non-conference. None of those teams were that good last year. None of them are actually over 500. Fresno State, the only one to make a bowl game. And yeah, not going to change any of that. That is going to be our schedule for the 2029 season. Then we'll get to recruiting. And let's see. Oh, we got some 5-star. We got a 5-star, 2 of them right here, interested in our school. Let's go. That is the first time we've ever had interest from a 5-star. Or we haven't been locked out because of a deal breaker. Let's go. But recruiting looks really good. Obviously, we've got to make sure we can recruit these guys. But yeah, I'm going to go through and put guys on the board, and then I'll update you guys once I've done that. Alright, so we've got 35 guys on our board. They're all 4 stars or 5 stars. Now, in the past, we haven't really scouted 4 stars, and I'm not going to bother scouting 5 stars. Like, we got these guys right here. The number 13 player in the country. He's going to be a good player. No need to scout him. We'll offer him right away. Also, we've got 2 5-star running backs. Danny Levick and Alan Jaeger. But we've got all 4 stars or 5 stars. We got a lot of interest from great players. Now, some of these guys aren't super interested, like 7th year. This guy, we're 10th. Obviously, we're going to be behind good schools, but I mean, we're now starting to get into that range of kind of good ourselves. But yeah, I'm not sure how much we're going to scout these guys. I don't know if we're going to offer all of them, but the guys who have interest, somebody like a Antony Presley, we're definitely going to offer him, because did not mean to do that, because we're already 3rd for him. But yeah, I'll figure out who we're going to offer and how good all these guys are, and then I'll update you guys in a second again. Alright, so what I decided to do, we've offered almost everyone a scholarship, and we've scouted pretty much everybody, because all the hours you scout you get back, and the only thing you can do this week is scout. We can't add any hours to recruit them, besides offer a scholarship. So I decided we'll get to know a lot about these players, except the 5 stars. I didn't bother scouting them. But quarterback, I never know how to say our quarterbacks' names. This guy, Andre, is a field general quarterback, 6'5", 208. He's got 92 throw power, 86 short accuracy, 83 medium, 75 deep. About 80 speed. Pretty solid for field general. Didn't offer him, but we're currently 6th there. The 2 5-star running backs I already talked about were 6th for both of them. Receivers, Cole Yazzie has 99 speed. Obviously, we offered him a scholarship. Even though we are down in 10th, he's got 99 speed. We're going to go get him. Jamal Berryman, he is a good player. Got 96 jumping, 92 speed, 88 spectacular catch. He looks to be a really good jump ball guy. James Merling is a great route runner, although he is very short at 5'8". And this guy, 93 speed, he's got not the best route runner medium-wise, but a good deep route. 95 acceleration is good as well. 94 agility. And Gerald Ibrahim is another guy a little bit smaller at 5'10". He is another good player. 78 deep route, 92 speed, 91 acceleration. 79 spectacular catch, 95 agility. offered all 5 of those receivers. The tight ends, both are busts. For some reason, we can never seem to find a good tight end. But Matt Pryor, he's a good player. I mean, these are all good players. They're all 4 or 5 stars. But he's got 85 speed, 82 spectacular catch. He's a vertical threat tight end, a decent route runner. And then Sidney Hopper, he's a little bit bigger at 6'6". He is also pretty good. Not much of a blocker, but he seems to be another good player. And along the offensive line, Teddy Landman, a power right tackle, 73 pass block, 75 run block, offered him a scholarship. Channing O'Connor, an agile right tackle. He is really good. I think he might be the best tackle. Probably should have offered him instead of Landman, but we can do that next week. He's got 79 pass block, 74 run block. And then Garrett Alford, he's got 76 run block, 77 pass block. And he also seems very good. Then inside, Trey Winston. He's a pass protector. 64 run block, not great, but 80 pass block is very good. But this guy, Richard Burner, seems a little bit better. 81 pass block, 67 run block. We've offered both these guys. Then center, Dion Torre. He is a really good player. He's got 71 pass block, 77 run block. He's also got 71 speed and 68 agility. And actually, we didn't scout this guy, Sam. But we've offered him a scholarship, so we are second. Defensive ends, we've got 2 5-stars. We didn't bother scouting them. Both are top 20 players in the class. One a speed rusher, one a power rusher. And then Glenn Mooney, he's a really good player. 81 power moves, 82 speed. Also got 85 strength, 80 tackle, 85 acceleration. He's a nice player. Marcus Bradbury, he is a speed rusher from the interior. Only 74 speed, but he's got 86 finesse moves. Very good there. Darian Ellington, he is a power rusher from the interior. He's got 81 power moves, 89 strength. And then Alex Godwin, a run stopper. He's got 85 tackle, 80 play rec and pursuit. Not very fast, just 59 speed. But he's a very strong player. And 75 block shedding is okay. Definitely would like this to be a little bit better, but seems pretty solid. Outside linebacker Quincy Monroe, a pass coverage guy. He is listed as a bust, but he's got 76 zone, 61 man. Doesn't seem terrible, although only 83 speed, not the fastest guy in the world. And then Miguel Toledo. He is a run stopper, 6'4", 231. He's got 83 speed, 84 tackle, or 83 tackle, 84 pursuit, 60 zone. Another solid player. Middle linebacker Landon Webb. He is a run stopper, listed as a bust, but he seems pretty solid. He's got 85 speed, 75 zone for a run stopper, is not bad at all. He's a little bit smaller at 5'11". He's got 91 agility, 92 acceleration. Seems pretty solid. And Craig Washington, he's a field general linebacker. He seems pretty good. He's got 87 speed, 86 tackle, 70 zone. He also seems quite good. Then corners, haven't offered any of these guys, but we fully scouted them all. Keenan Folsom, he's got 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 81 zone, 70 man. That's quite good. And Gabe Sabry, 92 speed, 77 man, 69 zone. He's a slot guy at 5'11". And then Emmanuel Culver, got 92 speed, 76 man, and we don't know his zone, but might not be the greatest because he's a man coverage guy and a bust, but still seems pretty solid. Then safeties, we offered BJ Edmond. He's a run support safety at 6'2", 214. He's also decent in coverage with 72 zone and 60 man. He's got 87 speed, and he's a pretty solid player there. And then Randall Breeze, he's a bust. He's got 90 speed, 90 agility. Decent in coverage, too. Actually, pretty good in coverage. 75 man, 73 zone. He seems like a good player, although tackle at 65 isn't great. Compared to 75 tackle for BJ Edmond. And then strong safety. Just offered this guy because we were in third. But did not get a chance to scout them at all. But that is what the recruiting board looks like at the moment. And we are a top 25 team in the preseason. LSU the number 1 team, NC State 2. Georgia 3, Oregon 5, UCLA 5. How did I mess up counting? But we're at 22, and hopefully we can have a great season. I'm going to go through, put some red shirts on, and then I'll talk about the team in a second. Alright, so I've put red shirts on, and this is what the team will look like here in the 2029 season. Our starting quarterback is going to be Frank. Technically, him and Larry are the same overall at 77. They've got the same speed at 84. Technically, Larry's playing up to an 81, and Frank's only playing up to an 80. But Frank, he is the higher recruit, and he's the better passer. He's got 94 throw power compared to Larry's 89. He's the more accurate player, except for medium. Although both are playing up, so I don't really know what it is. But I don't know. Both seem to be quite good. Well, I'm just going to stick with the higher recruit. The guy who's younger, got more upside. And hopefully, he can be our quarterback to really lead us to a potential national championship. True freshman Derek Awesome got the red shirt. In fact, every true freshman except the 99 speed corner, Peter Bacon, got the red shirt. So I'll get to him in a second. Running back is going to be a committee between Bradley Coker and Keenan Christensen. Fullback will be Christensen. And the receiver, we lost a lot of receivers, and we replaced them with transfer Mecca Neighbors, who's got 96 speed. Then also Tommy Cush, the highest recruit in Vanderbilt history, and the former quarterback Alex Cleveland. And he can also move around to quarterback if we need him to with injuries, but hopefully he can stay at receiver. And then Cameron Owen, Dante, I know it has this guy's name, and then Zach Morton going to be the 6th receiver. Tight ends, we're not great there, but Floyd Johns developed to an 80 overall throughout the offseason. He's going to be our starting tight end. Nick Crook will be the 2nd string tight end, and Quincy Willies, tight end number 3. Left tackle will be Raheem Hodges. I think he's going to be the left tackle for the 3rd straight year. He's a senior. Then left guard Marcus Addison, actually a preseason All-American. He is a really good player, 93 overall. He's our left guard. Center is Nathan Crumpler. Right guard is Alex Ellis. He's also a senior. Right tackle is Denard Marks, a former 4-star recruit. Our left end is Jeremy LaBelle, then Alante Jasso, and the former 4-star Josh Kennedy. Right end is Xavier Gwynn, Gio Perfect, and Josh Kennedy. Just want to see if we can maybe get him involved as a former 4-star recruit. And then up the middle, it's going to be Obrich, Fogg, Calvin, and then I put Perfect in there because he is 285 pounds. And then Brad McIntyre. Left outside linebacker, I wanted to redshirt Seth Dunsmore. Alright, he's another guy I forgot. Or I didn't redshirt. But he's the only guy listed at left outside linebacker on the roster, so we can't redshirt him. Although we could just move one of these linebackers. Like, we can move, like, Brad Selzner to the left side. And then redshirt Dunsmore. But it's going to be Amari Adai on the left side. Although this doesn't really matter, it really goes by sub-linebacker. That's what it's going to look like. And Boogie Ture, middle linebacker, Adai 2, Wenning 3, Selzner 4. And the right side going to be Huron, Selzner, and Dunsmore. Then at corner, Zach Turner, our best corner, he's an 87. Then Noah Schillinger, PJ Kumar, this guy Eric, and Peter Bacon's going to be our 5th corner. I thought about redshirting him, but he's going to return kicks with his 99 speed. Then free safety will be Isaiah Sims, then Clarence McQueen. Strong safety is Demetrius Sermon. I am a little concerned about our safeties, with Sermon being a 77, playing it up to an 80, and Sims being an 80, playing to an 83. It's definitely not great, but I think it can be okay. Kicker stays the same. Kick returner, as I said, will be Peter Bacon, and punt returner. Even though he's not a great return guy, but with his speed, I mean, anything can happen, so why not put him back there? Third down back will be Bradley Coker. Power back going to be Keenan Christensen. Slot receiver is actually going to be Alex Cleveland. Rush left end is Jeremy LaBelle, then Alante Jasso and Kennedy. Right end, rush right end, Xavier Gwynn, Kareem Nwosu, and Emmanuel Finley. Then up the middle, Obrich, Fogg, and Calvin. Sub linebacker is going to be Daniel Huron and Boogie Ture, and then I got Selzner here for now. It might be Amari Adai, especially because he does have 90 speed. But I think that's what it's going to be for now. And then slot corner, it is going to be Zach Turner because that is what his tendency is. He's built for the slot, but I also definitely thought about Clarence McQueen in the slot. But he's going to be our 2nd slot guy. But that is what the depth chart looks like here in the 2029 season. And we will advance to week 0. But let's see. How is recruiting looking? Alright, these 4-star running backs, we didn't really... Okay. Or, sorry, 5-star. I'm not used to saying 5-star. 5-star defensive end, we take the lead. A Daryl Gaskin, we're sending the house. We have 600 hours. Presley, we're sending the house as well. But pretty much, if we are in first I think we're going to send the house. Are we in first for not every 4-star? But we are in a really good spot for a lot of players. But the 5 stars, it is going to be tough to get. Obviously, they are 5 stars. I don't really know how aggressive we want to get for them, because they're going to be aggressively pursued, and it's going to be tough to get them. But we got hours, we might as well put them on. Obviously, we can't send the house on everybody, but we'll have to see exactly what we want to do. And then, don't think I'm going to show a ton of recruiting this week. And then we'll just sim to the next week. Alright, so I know I said I wasn't going to talk about a lot of recruiting, and I'm not really going to. But we were able to put a lot of hours on most guys. I put 25 in this guy because we don't seem to be in the greatest spot. Obviously, it's very early. But sent the house for some players, offered pretty much everybody a scholarship we haven't already. And I definitely think we can get some of these guys, and I definitely hope so. Not getting super aggressive for some guys right away, but like, if they're guys that like are must-gets, I sent the house on them. Otherwise, just try to get a bunch of hours on everybody. But that's the plan for recruiting. Hopefully we don't swing and miss on everybody. But we're going to advance to week 1, where we'll play our first game. And not going to play games. We will play a couple games this video. And a lot of recruiting news here. We will play a couple games this video, but not going to play week 1 against FCS Northwest. Alright, so the plan for recruiting this week was just try to get hours on everybody. And see if we can jump some teams. I mean, we don't have a ton of hours. Just try to put at least 5 to 10 on everybody. Unless we really want to go after him with, like, Cole Yazzie with his 99 speed. But, like, I definitely think it's possible to stay in the lead or take the lead with, maybe not here, but if we only got 10 or 15 hours. So, that's the plan. Obviously, some teams, it's more of an uphill battle than others. Or some players, it's more of an uphill battle than others. But this is what recruiting looks like. And then we get to the game against FCS Northwest. We're just going to sim this week. And it is the first start for Frank. Let's see if he can deliver us a win. I mean, we're playing an FCS team. I think we can do it. Championship contender up to an A, so that probably means we won. Yup, we did win. We're up to 17th, up 5 spots after beating an FCS team. And we won, hopefully big, 52-17. I don't know why it says we played Air Force. We had 530 yards of offense. We ran the ball well. We had 366 passing yards. Frank threw for 366 and 6 touchdowns. That would be the greatest debut of all time. 366 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's insane. On the ground, we were also pretty good. I like how they split the carries between Coker and Christensen. That's what we want. Uh-oh. Who's hurt already? Keenan Christensen's hurt already. You serious? Receiving Alex Cleveland. Wow. His first game at receiver. He goes 8 for 159 and 3 scores. Tommy Cush goes 7 for 105 and 2 scores. Wow. I know we're playing an FCS team, but still, that's pretty good. Ulbrich continues where he picked up or left off last season. Alright, we still struggle to force interceptions, which could be something bad as the season progresses. But let's just see what this injury is, and then we play Fresno State in week 2. Better not be a big injury. It's a quad tear. Keenan Christensen is out for 5 weeks with a quad tear. Guess it could be worse. It could be a torn ACL, but I think Bradley Coker is more than capable of carrying the load full time until he gets back. But not a ton has changed with recruiting, and we will sim our second game against Fresno State. We're at home. Let's get another win. Folsom has walked us out, but otherwise recruiting looking really good. And we're now 2-0, up to number 14. After a win over Fresno State. Here's a quick look at the top 25. We're up to number 14, started the season ranked 22nd. And the win over Fresno State, another big one, 45-10. I don't know if we're going to go super in detail with stats every game, but Frank, this guy's thrown 10 touchdowns in 2 games. 247, 4 touchdowns. Robert Russ with 95 yards, nice game for him. Frank with a rushing touchdown as well. Coker actually led us receiving-wise. Cleveland with 2 more touchdowns. Another sack for Ulbrich. Hey, we got some interceptions. It's about time. Kumar with 2, Turner with 1. Now, week 3, we play SMU. They're still undefeated, 2-0, but they've probably played, like, Central Arkansas. I don't even think they're an FBS team. They've probably played an FCS team and somebody terrible. Oh, we take the lead for Danny Levick, a 5-star running back. Let's go. We stay in first with these other 5 stars. Not first here for Alan Jaeger, but I think one 5-star running back should do it. But we still seem to be in a pretty solid spot with some players. Obviously, some were in a better spot than others. But again, not a ton has changed with recruiting. We were able to switch some guys from sending the house to hard sells, but not much. I do want to try to get some guys on campus sooner rather than later, but have to figure out how exactly we want to do that. Well, a similar game against SMU. Let's see, 3-0 here. Oh, yikes, our quarterback will fall down to 5th. That's not great. We lost? No. We lost to SMU. You serious? We lost 40-38. I thought our defense was supposed to be good. In overtime. Okay, that's a little bit more understandable. Again, our offense was great. 484 yards. Frank with another 380 yards, 3 touchdowns. Not the best game on the ground. Frank actually our leading rusher. Tommy Cush, great game. Cleveland gets in the end zone again. Our defense, not too great. Alright, we got some interceptions. That's nice. There's Demetrius Sermon. 3 pass deflections for Boogie Toure. Our first loss of the season comes at SMU. That's not very good. And we start SEC play against South Carolina. But again, we'll take a look at recruiting. Oh, we jump for... Wow. We're in first for both 5-star running backs. We're in first for all 4 5-stars on our board. Let's go. It seems like we seem to be in a decent spot. Yeah, this quarterback, I just don't know. We might want to get a little bit more aggressive than 10 hours, but I just don't know if we're going to get him. Although it is a close race between 1st and 5th. Not a huge gap. Yeah, we definitely want to get some guys on campus. Especially someone like Cole Yazzie with 99 speed. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to get Craig Washington. Might take him off our board. But otherwise, we seem to be in a decent spot. We jump up for Landon Webb. Let's go. Garrett Alford. Looks like he might go to Virginia. So we get to our game against South Carolina. Hopefully we don't drop 2 straight. Although we do have to go to South Carolina. But let's get a win. Alright, we're locked out here of Washington. We took our hours off him. And let's see. We lost again. Well, that's not good. Champion contender down to an A-. And we're now 2-2. A loss to South Carolina drops us out of the top 25. Another close loss, and our offense continues to play well, but it's our defense that's 89 overall, giving up 400 yards and 38 points. Not great. Frank continues a great start to the year. We're not really running the ball that well. But our offense playing well. We need our defense to match that. I'll try Fog with 2 sacks. And let's just see what these risk of transfers are. Hopefully it's not too serious and something we can easily fix. So we got playing style, risk of transfer from middle linebacker. I don't know what Amari Adai is. His tendency, though. I think he might be a field general. We need tackles for loss. Interceptions, which we're very good on. Or, yeah, we need more tackles for loss. Porto Kittner's a run stopper. I think everybody, we need more run stops. More tackles for loss. I think that's the only thing. Alright, we fought a third. Very close to commit from Daryl Gaskin. I think we're going to use the remaining 40 hours to get somebody on campus. Well, obviously, we'd like to make sure we win those games where we're on campus, although both losses were on the road. Yazzie close to commit as well. Washington, yeah, he's going to Clemson. But we seem to be in first for a few more guys than we were before. And Alfred commits to Virginia. We got 40 hours back. We'll probably just see if we can get somebody on campus. And then we'll sim our game again. So the guy we got on campus is going to be running back Danny Levick. And I also noticed something. LSU is the preseason #1 team. They're now 1 and 2 and a same tier opponent as us. They're probably really good, so I'm not going to go there, because we'll probably lose that game. Instead, we're just going to go with Missouri. And it's going to be Coach Prestige for Levick. And that's how we use up the remaining... Well, we still have 10 hours left, but just fine. So many we can put those hours on. That's what the main thing with recruiting is going to be today. But that's how we use recruiting. And let's beat Purdue. We got to get back into the win column here in Week 5. After back-to-back losses, this should be a pretty big win. Purdue's not very good. Daryl Gaskin, the first ever 5-star commit for Vanderbilt. Not just Vanderbilt Dynasty. Ever. Cole Yazzie also commits. I'm going to take a guess and say we won. We got a couple commits as well. And we did win. We're still unranked, but we beat Purdue. Tennessee also destroyed Florida. We beat Purdue 27-19. Okay, would have liked that to be a little bit better. But again, our offense with 400 yards, and we threw for 343. I would definitely like to be able to run the ball, but when you got a quarterback who might be the Heisman Trophy winner in Frank, not really going to complain about that. Oh my! Alex Cleveland 5 for 219 and 3 touchdowns. That is ridiculous. But I'll take it. That's a lot of yards. Any tackles for loss? Oh, that's going to help quite a bit. Ulrich with 2, Toure, Gwynn, Calvin, Jasso, LaBelle, and Fogg all with 1. That's a lot of tackles for a loss. A few sacks in the game as well. And a pick for Zach Turner. Very nice. Here is also a look at the top 25. Not in there. We're probably very close, though. We're the last team to receive votes. LSU falls out. The preseason #1 team, LSU, has fallen out of the top 25. In the top 5, Oregon, NC State, Tennessee after a blowout win over Florida, Miami, and Texas Tech. And I wonder if Frank might be in here. He's gotten off to an insane start. He's not. Okay. Didn't expect to be, but he has just been insane. But we get some hours back. 170 of them, because Gaskin commits as well as Yazzie. So we got lots of hours back, and that's definitely going to help our push to go get some of these guys. Presley's close to commit. And definitely, that's a good thing. Landman, I just don't think is going to commit here. Everyone's getting this quarterback on campus. I just think we might want to find another quarterback. I don't think Ibrahim's coming here either. Burner close to a commit. Or Brunner, not Burner. I think we need to find a couple more corners as well, because Sabri doesn't look like he's coming here. And Bradbury, how is he not committed to Tennessee yet? That is almost a lock he's going to Tennessee. So with recruiting, we got a little bit more aggressive for wide receiver Jamal Berryman. We're currently in second. Put a visit on him. Got a little bit more aggressive in terms of hours. Took our hours off of Ibrahim. He's just going to go to A&M. But otherwise, we're in a decent spot for the rest of these. Although Auburn making a big push here for Fayoko. Tight end stays the same. Offensive lineman. Put a few more on Channing O'Connor. And Landman's going to go to Georgia Tech. The interior, they're looking pretty good. Brenner is close to commit. Winston in a pretty good spot as well. Center Torrey, we've led almost the entire process. I don't know if we need Mooney if we get Presley. Then that would be 2 5-star ends. But Bradbury's going to Tennessee, but we stay in a pretty good spot for Ellington and Godwin. How are we behind UMass? Not sure. Outside linebackers, we lead for Toledo, second for Monroe. Middle linebacker got more aggressive for Landon Webb. Corner, this guy, Adonis Stokely, added to our board. Got 75 man, can't tackle, and we don't know his zone coverage, but he seems like a solid player, although clearly not a 4-star like Culver or Sabri. Might want to see if we can get more aggressive for Culver, just so we can get 1 4-star corner. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll take the hours off Sabri, because he's going to Kentucky. And we'll just put the remaining... Actually, we can put 25 here. And just put friends and family. That's what we'll do there. Safeties, we stand a good spot for Breeze and Edmond, although we were jumped by Virginia Tech, but still in a very close race. And the strong safeties, not quite as good as free safeties, but still third for both. But our game against Alabama, I'm not going to play this game just because I think there might be bigger games on the schedule and I don't want to play a ton of games this video. We'll probably play 2. But we're going to advance to next week into week 7, which is our bye week. This better be a win. We need to beat Alabama, improve to 4-2, get back in the top 25. Let's see. Presley commits. Let's go. Another 5-star. Alright. The only commits we expected. And we lost again. That's not very good. We're 3-3. Alabama is at 25 after beating us. There's what top 25 looks like. We were 3-3 entering our bye week halfway through the season. We lost 35-17. And our defense has been a little bit of a problem so far. Again, we threw for 289 yards. We did throw 2 picks. But our defense has not been great. We couldn't really stop the run. And we couldn't really run the ball. But Frank, probably his worst game yet, but still not terrible. Tommy Cush, a big game. And we need our defense to be a lot better. 0 tackles for loss and 1 sack. Alright, we need to be a lot better up front. That's where it starts, I think. And then LSU we would have played, but they're not very good. So I think we're going to end up playing like these final 3 games. 2 of the final 3. We'll play the moments. This video might be really long. I really don't know how long this video is going to be. I've been recording for like an hour and 15 minutes so far. So hopefully this video is not going to be super long. But this guy's going to go to LSU. Levick's going to hopefully come here. We're going to take the hours off Allen. And we'll see how we can allot the rest of them. A quick update on recruiting. We have added some 3 stars to our board. Actually, this guy's a 4-star. He's only been offered by Kentucky, although they do have a pretty big lead, but might be able to get him if we try. But we've offered some got some 3-stars on our board. Offered this guy Anthony Carney as another corner, because we're not really going to get many corners that are 4-stars, if any. This guy's pretty good. 80 man, 90 speed. He's a gem 3-star. Another guy who can't tackle, but he's a good player. Offered him. And got some other corners on our board. Emmanuel Culver is going to go to Auburn. Might want to take our hours off him. Otherwise, for the 4-stars that are still left, we are in a pretty solid spot. We do need to get more tackles. And very close to commitment here. Hopper, we hard sell, hoping we can jump up. Not feeling the greatest about this, but I think it's possible to get him here. Now, we're definitely going to have to find another quarterback. Pryor is going to go to Florida. Landman's going to Georgia Tech. But we look pretty solid. And hopefully recruiting continues to look pretty good. And hopefully we can actually win some games. We'll advance to the next week. Can't lose this week because we don't play. I guess that's a good thing. There's a commitment. Let's go. And we got a lot of players going elsewhere. We expected that. I think we expected all of them, though. Let's see. Yeah, we expected all 4. We can walked out here. We just put him on our board. Already walked out, and O'Connor's walked us out as well. As is this quarterback with a... I just said I don't think we're going to be able to get him. LSU is 2-4. They're probably still really talented. They're 89 overall, so a little bit better than us. But how is an 89 overall team ranked number 1 to start the year? They're probably just overrated. So with recruiting, I found a new quarterback target, Monte Elias. Boy, is this guy a good 3-star. 96 throw power, 86 short accuracy, 86 medium, 84 speed. How this guy's a 3-star is beyond me. Or not a top 1,000 player. This guy's insane. We've offered him a scholarship. He's our quarterback target. Got more aggressive. I think we did that last week. I can't remember now. Got more aggressive for James Merling. I don't know if that's smart or not, but still got time left to go in his process. Took our hours off Fayoko. Hopper is going to commit this week, hopefully. Got aggressive for this tackle. Although we're not currently in his top 10. Winston's going to commit any day now. Torrey, we should probably get on campus sooner rather than later. We got 2 defensive ends. Got more aggressive for Godwin. If we lose on the recruiting trial to UMass, that's embarrassing. Ellington, we're in 1st. Toledo, we're in 1st. Monroe, 4th. Webb also got more aggressive there. And Redmond and Carney, we're not in the top 10 for either, but both are Gem 3-stars, really good players. 94 speed, 77 man, 80 speed, or 90 speed, 80 man, both Gem 3-stars. Also got more aggressive from BJ Edmond, trying to retake that top spot. And Randall Breeze, we're still in 1st. But that is how recruiting looks. And against LSU, please win this game. This would not be very good to go to 3-4. This should be a win. Winston commits. Hopper commits. And 3 guys commit elsewhere. I think that's expected. And we're 3-4. Why are we so bad? We should not be this bad. We have lost to LSU. What is our defense? We're an 89 overall defense, and we can't stop a team from scoring 30 points. Again, we didn't run the ball well, and we threw it well. Although we did throw 2 picks again. This time, we couldn't really stop the pass or the run. Frank, another pretty solid performance, although not great with the 2 interceptions. Not much of a run game. Cleveland, another great game as a receiver. Defense needs to be better. No way around that. We got it to the quarterback, though. 4 sacks. And just 1 tackle for loss, though. Needs to be better on defense. And we've lost 4 of our last 5 and 2 straight. Shouldn't be happening. Missouri's 2-5. We should be able to get back on track there. And we better hope we can do that, because it's not looking too great right now. Here's a quick look at the top 25. Oregon, Michigan, Nebraska. All 3 Big Ten teams still undefeated. And then Miami, Wisconsin rounds out the top 10. Tennessee and Kentucky, 2 of our future opponents in the top 10. But we'll advance to the next week, sim through week 9 to week 10. Missouri's a game we have to win. There's no shot we lose to Missouri, right? Godwin commits. Webb commits. Oh! Landon Webb committed. Let's go. Edmond goes to Virginia Tech. Torrey goes to Iowa. He wasn't even close to a commitment. Oh, man. We lost to Missouri. How are we this bad? Playoff bracket, or playoff rankings are... All 3 teams lost. Michigan, Nebraska, and... Who's the other team? Nebraska, Michigan, and Oregon all lost. That's impressive. But how are we this bad? We just lost to Missouri. It was our defense again. What is wrong with our defense? We had 406 yards, and we couldn't stop the pass. Frank continues to have a nice year besides the interceptions. Again, no run game. Neighbors and Johns with nice games. But the defense needs help. Maybe we see if we can play somebody better. But we need to find a way to help out the defense right now. We cannot be losing these games to Missouri. Big game against Auburn upcoming. Really need to win that game. And we now fall to 2nd for Levick. This is not good. We've been locked out here. This is really not good. I mean, we do have quite a few commits that are... We've got the 12th best recruiting class. 2 5-stars. 6 4-stars. It's not terrible. Especially being ranked 12th. But we need to get some more commits besides what we've got now. Alright, these corners we finally have some impact with. And we take the lead over Kentucky for the tackle. But can definitely be a lot better. Oh no, we're going to lose this quarterback, aren't we? This recruiting's really not looking the greatest. So quick update with recruiting once again. This guy probably going to Georgia Tech. Got really aggressive for him. Don't know if it's worth it or not. Added some other quarterbacks to our board. And the other guy, backup plan is going to be Steven Jamerson. He's a nice player. A gem 3-star, 90 throw power. Not as accurate, but decent player. This guy, an extremely long name, but a good player. 95 speed, 84 spectacular catch, 86 jumping. Good player there. Dwayne Church is also pretty good. Both are gem 3-stars. We've offered them both. Offensive tackle, we are going to take a second tackle now that we missed out on that center. And it's going to be Bruce. He's a very good player. 75 run block. 72 pass block. Good player. Only team to offer him. Defensive tackle, I doubt we get Ellington. Outside linebacker, kept Toledo on the board for now, in case we can win and get champion contender back up. But otherwise, George Blau is pretty good. 77 zone, 59 man is not good, but 91 speed is very good. Corner stays the same, and then safeties. Stockton is pretty solid. With Breeze, we're currently locked out of, plus down to 3rd. And Fogg is the strong safety target. 88 speed, 77 zone. He actually seems pretty good. But we need to get back to winning games. And hopefully that starts with Auburn. Not going to play the game, but hopefully we can win. No commits. Oh, man. That is not good at all. Please say we beat Auburn. Oh, we won! Finally! We beat Auburn. We have snapped our losing streak We've beaten Auburn. 35-31. Our defense is still awful. How did we allow 531 yards? Again, no run game. Forced a couple turnovers. That's really nice. But I don't know why we can't run the ball. Christensen is back, by the way. But he had no carries. Another great game for Cleveland. This guy's been a touchdown machine. We need more tackles for us, for sure. I mean, we see the risk of transfer every time. It only gets worse. I think we're going to play the moments against Kentucky. Yeah, we missed out on Levick. That's really disappointing. But Breeze goes to Georgia. Ellington goes to LSU. And we've been locked out by Ebiketie, Fogg, who we just said was our safety target, Toner, and Lovis. The good news is we didn't lose the quarterback. We can't get him on campus. We don't have any home games left besides this week. Okay. We're gonna hard sell Elias. Or Elias, whoever say his name. Maybe we can get him. It's worth a chance. But we seem to be pretty good for the 3 stars. Maybe need to get a little bit more aggressive here. I'll probably look for a second defensive tackle. Toledo, yeah, we're back in, though. As long as we keep winning, I think we can get him. Does kind of stink we can't get anyone else on campus, though, because we have no home games left. Running back Alan Jaeger has apparently been unoffered by Arkansas. He's practically committed to Arkansas, but we've gotten really aggressive for him, put our scholarship back on him. And if Arkansas unoffered him, maybe there's a chance we can get him. I don't really know what's going on there, or if that's just a bug, but maybe there's a small chance. But that's what recruiting looks like. We still got hours left, but we don't really have any place to put them. But Kentucky, if we're better than them, which we're not. I was going to say if we're better than them, we might play them. You know, let's play them anyway. We're going to play the Moments first game in this video. I was going to save them for the good teams later at the end of the season. Kentucky's one of them. And, let's get a win. If we begin our game against Kentucky, we'll slow this down a little bit. Hopefully we can run the ball well, because we clearly need to do that, because the computer just doesn't like to do it. Got a 3rd down moment. We beat Kentucky last year when they were quite good. They made the national championship game, actually. So hopefully we can beat them again. 3rd and 8. We're going to throw the outside. Oh! Intercepted by Isaiah Sims. Let's go. Sims jumps the route and picks it. Let's see what our offense can do. A quick 3rd and 5. The good news is Frank can run. We don't have to switch quarterbacks. Oh, that was not the right read. Not the right read. And we're forced to punt. Defense gets a stop. We're on our own 3. We move the sticks, though. Now we punt. Another 3rd down moment. Game still scoreless in the 2nd quarter. Actually, I see this play. I'm not going to do it because it's got a lineman dropping into coverage. Oh, it's play action. Downfield, it's wide open. And tackles eventually made it to the 10-yard line. I'm going to skip this red zone moment. We all had a touchdown anyway. We would do the exact same thing if I was actually playing. Forced to punt. Defense needs help in the red zone. Kentucky converted on 3rd down. Gonna play man coverage. Oh, that's on me. I should have definitely been out there with Daniel Huron. 2nd and 1. From the 8. Now Huron's blitzing. I'll just blitz with them. Oh, it's a quarterback run. Oberich with a nice tackle for loss. 3rd and 5. Gonna blitz again. Oh, I was just on Toure. 3rd and 5. We're gonna throw to the flat. Oh, he steps out short. Let's go. They will go for it. On 4th and 1. I'm gonna rush with Babel. 4th and 1. This is gonna be a run play. It is a run play. Oh, we stopped him. We stopped him. Let's go. We take him down short. And we're going to jump in and play this 2-minute drill here to try to get some points before halftime. Considering our offense has done absolutely nothing. Uh-oh. Frank really banged up. Don't really like seeing that. Coker going to gain a few. Really needs to play a lot better. 2nd and 7. I'm going to step up and run here. And we'll slide safely with Frank. The only thing being impacted is his speed, which is -3. There's Cleveland underneath. And he'll gain 3. Get to the line quick here. There's Kush to the outside. He'll make the catch. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock. The minute 23 to go. That works. I'll take that every day. Oh, pressure here. Oh, Frank is actually kind of fast. We can run. We didn't get a first down. We're going to call a timeout right there. I did not think we'd be able to get there. I'm also playing with Jeremy St. Hilaire, who's pretty much a guaranteed sack whenever time there's pressure. Downfield, oh, that might be a pick. It's intercepted. Tried to take a shot downfield. It gets intercepted. And Kentucky gets the ball back. Right when we were driving as well. Of course that's got to happen. Defense needs help in the red zone. 1st and goal from the 9. We've got to keep him out of the end zone right here. Brad Selzner in the game at linebacker right now. 1st and goal from the 9. Throw to the end zone. Nobody's there, and it's incomplete. Third and goal. Throw short. Make a tackle. Let's go. Oh, they're out of timeouts. They mismanaged that. The clock's going to run out. Unless they can get a snap off. They can't. Let's go. We are down 7-0, and we don't get the ball. But could be a lot worse against a top 10 team. Especially when our defense has been terrible so far this season. Let's actually jump in and play this drive. I know we are on our own 4. We're now our own 7. But we need to help our offense, because we have done nothing. Coker going to gain about 4. Make it 3rd and 3. We just really have not ran the ball. Alright, Frank's not feeling the effects of wear and tear. I'm going to try an option. Coker has a first down. Bradley Coker jukes outside. Nice run there. He's only averaging 3.1 yards a carry, but a nice run there. Really needed that. Bounce the outside. Coker can't quite turn the corner. He'll only gain 2. Oh, I like we can see who's blitzing here. Just going to run here with Frank. Definitely nice to have a quarterback who can run. 3rd and 4. Hopefully we can hit Cleveland right here. Now he's covered. Frank can run. He's going to take advantage of that. It's so nice having a quarterback who can throw and run. First and 10 from the 41. Oh, Floyd Johns wide open. Makes the catch inside Kentucky territory. Runs somebody over at the 37. And we are moving the ball here on first down, or on this drive.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
Coker, oh, Ellis blocked him right into him.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after
Could have been a big play. Still not terrible, but more potential there than what we ended up getting.
2nd and 6. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Just couldn't turn the corner. Tried to get back inside, and doesn't really do anything. 3rd and 4.
Type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30?
Oh, no. Oh, that's going to knock us out of field goal range, too. Yup, it does. That is not good. We punt. Kentucky's going to go for it on 4th down from the 30. We're going to send a blitz. We're going to get aggressive, press our corners, which doesn't really do anything because Schillinger's still playing back. And now they're in the red zone, and we need to get a stop. Must get a stop right here. We enter the 4th quarter down 7-0 against Kentucky. Very low-scoring game. Still winnable, and this is a game we got to win. I know they're a top 10 team, or they're the 11th team, but this is an opportunity for us to get a big win in what's been a disappointing season. So I'd like to be able to do it. Underneath, that is going to be caught, probably on me. Make it 2nd and 1. 2nd and short. There's a throw to the outside. It's caught, nearly a touchdown. We'll take him down at the 2. Man, how are we so bad this year? Definitely not something I expected. 1st and goal from the 2. There's a tackle for loss. That'll work. Help the deal breaker as well. Need a lot more of those. 2nd and goal from the 4. Another run play. And another stop for our defense. 3rd and goal from the 2. Can we stop him at the goal line? Hopefully. Gonna blitz. 3rd and goal from the 2. Get a stop. Why is he wide open? Touchdown Kentucky. And we're gonna jump in and play this drive. Our offense only does something when we play. We have 154 total yards. And not sure if that's Peter Bacon or not. With his 99 speed. Didn't feel that fast, but doesn't mean it wasn't him. Might try to take a shot. Not going to force anything. Going to try it. Downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught! Emeka Neighbors to the 29. Let's go. 47 yards. Big play for our offense. Let's go. Coker cuts back. Jukes outside. 1st down run for Bradley Coker. Gain of 10. Here's Neighbors again. Breaks a tackle. And Emeka Neighbors with the 1st down to the 6-yard line. How have we thrown just 10 passes? We must have, not had the ball at all. Coker tries to cut inside, doesn't do anything. Let's try a read option. I hope we can keep this, but I'm not too hopeful we can. No, we can. Block, Frank, breaking tackles and scoring. Big touchdown drive. Let's go. Boy, did we need that. Now we need our defense to get a stop. Oh, there's a stop. We're going to jump in, play this drive. Let's go. From our own 30. Going to run the ball here with Bradley Coker, so plenty of time remaining, 4.5 minutes. Coker gains just 3. Definitely hasn't had a great game. We haven't really ran the ball well at all this year. Gonna run it again. Coker lots of space up the middle for a 1st down. We'll worry about going for 2 if we score. Let's just worry about getting in the end zone first. Ran into our lineman, otherwise there was space. 2nd and 8. Just throw it away. 3rd and 8. Obviously 4-down territory. Especially if we can get close here. Let's say we get 5 or 6. We're going for it. Underneath. Cush. 1st down. Let's go to the 46-yard line. Frank is 9 of 12. Alright, we got a blitz here. Might try to hit Cleveland quick. We're just going to run quick. Got a lot of space here. We'll slide to the 33, gain of 13. Guess they really want us to go with that slot trail play. Oh, no. Please get the ball. Please recover that. Okay, Coker recovers. Frank fumbles. That was not good. We don't have to run a play before the 2-minute warning. We will. Cleveland can't get off the line. Frank's going to run. We'll slide so we don't fumble again. And that brings us to 2-minute warning. Third and 11. No! I thought that was going to get picked. I really thought we'd be able to fit that in there to Johns. Weren't able to, and now we got to have it. We can fit that one in there to Floyd Johns for a 1st down at the 16-yard line. 2 catches, 41 yards for Floyd Johns. Big one right there on 4th down. Again, we're going to slide short. We're going to call a timeout. I was considering, because I don't want to score too quick, but we will call a timeout right there. And we're going to go touch pass right here. Jet touch pass. 2nd and 2. Going to flip this. We can run it to the wider side, which is not much, but just a little bit. Cleveland, the former quarterback, can't turn the corner. It's 3rd and inches. Clock continues to run down to 50 seconds. I'm going to switch into a run play here. Oh, Christensen uncovered, but I don't trust myself. I'm going to do something dumb. Christensen's got a 1st down timeout. 1st and goal from the 4. Can we run? We can! Frank! Touchdown! Do they want us to go for 2? They don't. They want... Alright. We won't go for 2. We're going to kick the extra point. It's good. We're tied at 14. What a drive. And we need our defense to get a stop with 39 seconds left. The way we've played this season, do I trust us? No. This game, I trust us. End of the 4th quarter. Alright, we'll let our defense play here in overtime. Now we got to get a stop here on 3rd and 5. If we can get this stop, I don't want to say we win the game, but I feel pretty confident in our abilities to score a touchdown. 3rd and 5. It's a screen. Get out there. Huron takes him down. Let's go. Let's go. And we're going to play the rest of this. Do not rough the kicker. Whatever you do, do not rough the kicker. I'm not even trying to block it. Alright, field goal is good for Kentucky. We just got to get in the end zone. Don't do anything dumb. Don't fumble. Don't throw a dumb interception. There's the overtime rules, obviously. Even though it's not the beginning of overtime. But as long as we don't do something dumb, we can just get in the end. What? Overtime started. I'm so confused. It's 17-14 Kentucky. Okay, there we go.
Down by 3.
We score a touchdown, we win. Pretty simple.
Touchdown will win it. Here's first down.
Oh, no!
Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime
I said don't do anything dumb, and I did something dumb. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought it was right there. We don't play very well at all. Frank, just 16 passes, 152 yards, 2 picks. We were pretty good on the ground. Frank, we need to run him more. But, man, that interception might be the dumbest one I've ever thrown. I just saw the numbers on the outside, so I liked it. Threw it, and it did not work, clearly. So we'll get back to simming after a loss to Kentucky, and we need to win out if we want to make a bowl game. This has not been very good. There's the commitment. He goes to Arkansas. Championship contender is down to a C. This really is not very good, like, at all. Now we got a top 5 Texas team. Levick actually goes to Notre Dame. Toledo, we're now walked out again, but we take the lead. I mean, recruiting is not looking as bad as I think it is. We got a bunch of 4 stars, and now we're on to the 3 stars. Is it as good as it was, or we had potentially hoped? No. We've got the 21st best class in the country right now. Oh, they've only got 8 commits, but a lot of guys in good spot. But Jamerson's going to be the new quarterback target. The only thing to offer him. We got a ton of hours, so I'm not really concerned. We can go get pretty much anyone we want at this point, as long as we're not competing with a great school. Alright, so another quick update in recruiting. Not a whole ton has changed. Jamerson would put some hours on just so we can get into his race. Running back, found some new guys. Sean Conklin going to be the guy we go after. Also offered Percy Drango. But Conklin, a elusive back, 5'9", 170, 197. 91 speed, a Gem 3-star, good player. And otherwise, we stay in first for pretty much everybody. Every 3-star, I believe we're in first 4. And this guy, we're in an actually pretty good spot. Despite us consistently losing. Defensive tackle, this guy, again, we got to jump into his race, so I put 35 on him. Very interesting to see what happens with Toledo. If we can win, we can get into his race. And I think we can get him, but if we don't win, we're not going to get him. Pretty simple. Blau, we're in second, still behind Georgia, although they have not offered him. Let's actually get more aggressive for him. We'll just send the house, why not? And then corner stays the same. And safety, we've only got 1, but we don't really need safeties. We're not losing anybody except Isaiah Sims. I know that's not really a great way to look at it, but kind of how I'm looking at it right now, because we don't want to have 5 million players on our roster again. And have to cut a bunch of guys. We say we beat Texas. Something positive. Nope, we lost. And our playing style really hurting us. So we're going to miss a bowl game, too. We're 4-7. Toledo is now going to go to Kentucky. But let's just see what these playing styles are. A die. We need more tackles for loss. We know that. Tackles for loss, rushing yards, which is Denard Marks. He's a power tackle. And we also need more interceptions. Also, we need more sacks. Our defense has just been so disappointing. But again, we'll take a look at recruiting. Probably not going to show much this week. Again, with recruiting, not really. I just said I'm not going to show much. Yeah, nothing really changed. Yeah, and we're just going to sim against Tennessee. and then we'll just view Texas, Tennessee at the same time. Maybe we got any commits. I doubt it though. Toledo ends up going to Kentucky. And we fought a second for the right tackle, too. This is not good. We finished the year 4-8. How? But team schedule, and then we'll also look at the top 25. Rose, we haven't looked at that in a while. We lost against Texas 38-27. We lost against Tennessee 27-24. We threw for 299 yards. And against Texas, we threw for 394 yards. Frank is elite. He's so good. I wish the rest of our team was, though. But it is going to be a rough offseason. We'll take a look at some stats. Frank with a great year. 3,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I think that might be a record of Vanderbilt. That might be the record for most yards. I know it's the record for most touchdowns. Frank, most passing yards in a season, most passing touchdowns in a season. Touchdown catches, we slowed down a little bit with Alex Cleveland. Frank with the most passing touchdowns in the game as well. But Frank, really good year, first year as a starter. We made the right decision going him over Larry. On the ground, it was awful. Bradley Coker, 663 yards, 7 touchdowns. Frank, 346 yards, 6 touchdowns. Robert Russ, 110 yards and a touchdown. Christensen not involved at all. Receiving Cleveland a big year. Over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. Tommy Cush, really nice season as well. John's pretty good. Didn't get in the end zone, though. Neighbors, not amazing, but pretty solid. And then defense, boy. Talk about disappointing. Huron was good. But we did not get nearly the amount of sacks we had. Our front seven was not as good. Didn't get enough interceptions. And yeah, we were not great on the defensive side of the ball. You guys can see the stats. I'm not really going over them right here. We're talking about them too much, but you guys see it pretty bad. We were 15 of 16 on field goals. I guess that's something. And our one miss was from 50 plus. And then team stats in the year, it's going to be pretty bad. Our offensive stats, it's the exact opposite of last year. Last year, our defense was great. Offense was terrible. This year, our offense was great. Ton of yards. One of the best passing offenses in the country. Bad on the ground, although not quite that bad. And we scored like 30 points a game, which isn't top 10 or anything, but it's pretty good. Then defense, boy. It's probably going to be worse than the SEC. Not quite. 30 points off. Weren't terrible against the run, weren't great either. Bad against the pass. Overall, not very good. Conversion-wise, we were middle of the pack in the SEC on 3rd down and 4th down. In the red zone, we were, again, middle of the pack. And turnovers, we -2. Definitely not as bad as it used to be, but could be better too. So we finished season 4-8, a pretty disappointing season. And by the way, this is day 2 of recording this video, so if I'm wearing a different shirt or something like that, that's why. But we're in the bye week here. This is going to be Army-Navy week. And let's see, is Army or Navy any good? Not really. Well, Army's decent. They're 6-5, better than us. And Navy is 2-9. We'll see who wins that, and we'll also take a look at the playoff bracket at the moment. Jacksonville State and Old Dominion in the same playoff. That is interesting. The SEC champion is being left out. That's crazy. Wait, how is the SEC champ getting left out? when Texas, Florida, Tennessee, and Alabama are all in here? I'm not sure. But that's the playoff bracket looks like at the moment. But with recruiting, not a ton has changed. The only stuff that has changed, this tackle probably going to go to Kentucky. They've jumped us. Got more aggressive for this guy, Bruce, and added this guy, Quentin Ezike. He's a pass protector from Hawaii to our board. He's not the best run blocker, but a great pass blocker, and just see if we can get another lineman. But we will advance to next week through Army Navy and into the conference championships. No commits, and wow, we've been locked out by this guy already. That took long. We do have some guys risk of transfer. I'll talk about that in a second. Actually, a lot of them. I wonder for Josh Kennedy, if we move him up on the depth chart, if we can just get him to go out of there. But let's take a look at what happened in Army Navy. It was Army beating Navy 38-21. That's a very high scoring for one of those games. And something I've also been thinking about, I should probably get fired. I don't know if I'm going to, but head coach Al Waysby recruiting is definitely should be on the hot seat. If you go 9-4 and are showing progress, have a really talented team, and you're a top 25 preseason team, and you go 4-8, you're likely getting fired. We're still 94% safe, but hopefully we stay, because in real life you're for sure getting fired if you do that. But pretty much nothing has changed with recruiting, so we're just going to go ahead and sim through the conference championships and into bowl week 1 of 4. We're locked out of a few guys. No, hold on. Blau went to Georgia? We had a huge lead on him. George Blau has committed to Georgia. We had a massive lead on this guy, and he's going to Georgia? Oh, come on. That's not cool. We had a huge lead for him. Here's a look at the top 25. Actually, we'll get to that after we get to the conference championships. We had Jacksonville State and Liberty in the Conference USA. Liberty won by 6. Miami beat Bowling Green to win the MAC 31-21. West Virginia destroyed Colorado in the Big 12. Old Dominion beat Southern Miss 34-27 in the Sun Belt. Alabama blew out Oklahoma 42-20 to win the SEC. That might be why Oklahoma might have been the highest, not highest ranked, but the SEC team with the best record. That might have been why the SEC was getting left out of the playoff. Tulane destroyed UAB. Utah State beat Wyoming in a shootout. And low-scoring game in the Big Ten, Nebraska beats Oregon 15-10, and Miami beat SMU by a point, 20-19. Yeah, here's a look at the top 25. Feel free to pause the video there. UMass ranked 18th. That's interesting. And here's a quick look at the top 20, the projected playoff bracket. Now the SEC is in there. Alabama is the 2 seed. And the 7-10 game block by my camera is Oregon and Tennessee. But got nothing to do this week. We'll just advance to the next week, which that will actually be bowl week 1 of 4. Alright, we got to commit Jamario Redmond and Stephen Durbin, defensive tackle from Ramsey, New Jersey. Let's go. And I think we just offered that guy Banks, too. Yeah, we definitely got to check these risk of transfers. Obviously, 2-8 now. We can't improve them at all. Jamichael Spitler wins the Heisman. Quarterback from Michigan, 42 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He wins the Heisman Trophy. And I think we still have a job. Yeah, we're getting job offers. I don't know who's offering us a job. LSU, North Carolina, Penn State, and Stanford, apparently. But we're not going to take that. So I was just taking a look at the All-Americans, and we've actually got an All-American. First-team All-American, Marcus Addison, left guard. He's been really good for us. He's 94 overall. First-team All-American. And also, randomly, our kicker. Oh, did not mean to do that. A freshman All-American. Never knew we had a good kicker, but I'll take it. Let's also just see if we had anybody in the SEC. I'd assume our kicker is a freshman All-American in the SEC. Amari Adai is as well. Yeah, our kicker's on there. Although Adai now might transfer. And in the SEC, obviously Addison's on there. Doug Olbrich is on here. And Zach Turner. Okay, very nice. 3 first-team SEC players. How is our quarterback not in here? Frank had an insane year. Alex Ellis is a second-team All-SEC player. I think 4 All-SEC selections is the most we've had. So, despite going 4-8, we weren't terrible. Okay, early National Signing Day. Let's take a look at the development traits for our commits. Darryl Gaskin and Anthony Preswood, both 5 stars, both have impact. Winston's got impact. Yazzy's got star with his 99 speed. Hopper's got normal. Brunner's got normal. Godwin star. Webb normal. Redmond has star for a 3-star. That's nice. Blau had star. That's why I really wanted to get him. And of course, we're walked out, or he commits elsewhere. And Durbin has impact. And yeah, I just offered this guy a scholarship. No, maybe we didn't. I think this guy we offered a scholarship. But we're walked out of both of them anyway. Let's take the... Oh, this is the linebacker. Ronald Coffey. I remember we were battling with Miami. I know I didn't show that. But we're actually in a decent spot, except for this guy Conklin. He's going to go to Georgia Tech. But it seems like everyone we've offered likely coming here. This guy Bruce now being pushed by Georgia and Ole Miss. We still can't... Wait, why can't we hard sell him? I know we can't put anything on this week. But why can't we hard sell him if he's in his top 5? But otherwise, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Although, Stanford make a push here for Carney. But otherwise, we're looking okay. Definitely not as good as we like to be, but could be worse too. We'll send to bowl week 2 of 4. And our wide receiver with an extremely long name is committed. Alright, Bruce now in his top 3. We're still first. That's definitely one to keep an eye on. There's a quick update with the playoff bracket. In the first round, USC beats Utah State in a close game. Florida beat Notre Dame 27-20. Duke beat Texas 38-24. And Tennessee beat Oregon 27-24. That's what the playoff bracket looks like. And I was going to take a look at the deal breakers that were forcing the risk of transfers, but we can't get in there now. Dwayne Schurtz, receiver from Nashville, is committed. And Denard Stockton, safety from Georgia. Carney, we're still in first, just ahead of Stanford. Another quick look at the playoff bracket. West Virginia beat USC by 12. Nebraska beats Georgia by 8. Miami and Duke won in a battle of the ACC teams by 14. And Tennessee upsets Alabama 35-30. So the Final Four, Nebraska and West Virginia, and Duke and Tennessee. But again, we will just sim because there's nothing else to do in this week. No commits this time. And it's Tennessee and West Virginia in the national championship game. Tennessee beat Duke by 8. West Virginia beat Nebraska by 10. How is West Virginia a 5-loss team? Well, they made the playoff because they won the Big 12. But a 5-loss team in the national championship. How about that? Also, let's just move Josh Kennedy up on the depth chart. Just to see if that impacts him at all. We'll put him starting rush left end. And also just put him starting left end. And LaBelle does have a deal breaker, but that's not going to be impacted at all because it's proximity to home. That's not going to change. But we'll sim through the national championship. Let's see who wins the national title game. Alright, Ron, we're in first 4. ahead of Miami. Uh-oh, Coach Prestige goes down, too. Everything's going down. Except Pro Potential. See, if you want to go to the NFL, come to Vanderbilt. Tennessee wins the national championship game 38-27 as they beat West Virginia. And here's a look at the final top 25. Wish we could be in there. Hopefully one day. We do have a couple of upgrades we can do on our coach. And I think we're just going to go in running back here and just get more hours for them. That's what we'll do right there. Then we will advance through into the offseason. And Conklin goes to Georgia Tech, though we expected that. And definitely probably going to have a lot of transfers. Hopefully not too many players are leaving. Let's see. Yikes, that's a lot. So Kennedy, the playing time thing does not work. I don't really know how that would have been impacted. No, Marcus Addison. Okay, he's going to the draft. We can live with that. He's going to be a first-round pick. That's fine. Denard Marks. All right, let's see. We can persuade 6 people. And I think we're going to want to go Mecca Neighbors. I'm thinking Marks, Neighbors, Kittner, Hendricks, and Kennedy. That's what I'm thinking right now. Got a few more guys going to the draft with Ulbrich, Ellis, and Huron. All projected to get drafted. Luckily, we're not losing too many guys. We are losing a few linemen. Grumpor, Hodges, Ellis. We're losing 4 of our 5 starting offensive linemen. Although, we are very deep along the offensive line. But, yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. Denard Marks, please come back. No. Now we're losing 5 of our 5 offensive linemen. That'll be tough. Emeka Neighbors, please come back. No. Cordell Kittner. Oh, Cordell Kittner is coming back. Let's go. And these 2 should come back. Hendricks? No. Kennedy should. Okay, he's coming back. And we still have 1 guy we can tell to come back. Let's go... Let's go Finley. No. So we got 1 guy back. No, 2. Kittner and Kennedy. I really would have liked to get Marks and Neighbors back. Now we're going to have an entire new offensive line. Plus we're losing a very good receiver. But guess could be worse. But the good thing is we are fairly deep along the offensive line. Especially the interior. Oh, Amari Adai didn't transfer. I just realized that. So not everyone who was here transferred. Amari Adai, who had the highest risk of transfer, did not transfer. Flanagan didn't transfer. Uche didn't transfer. And the 2 4-stars from last season, Davis and Awesome, did not transfer either. Let's go. Definitely could have been a lot worse. And I mean a lot worse. Draft results. Let's see. First round for Marcus Addison. 3rd round for Ellis, 3rd round for Ulbrich, 4th round for Huron. That's actually really good. See, we had a lot of talent on this team. We were just terrible. So we take a look at the transfer portal. Don't have a ton of options. Pretty limited with who is interested in coming here. But we've got some decent players who are available, like Jabari Holly. Could be tough to get him, but we got a Mecca Neighbors. We're in the same spot last year. Although we had a better team last year. Or a better season. But Jabari Holly, hopefully we can get him. But otherwise, that's what the portal looks like. Pretty limited options. But let's see how good these players are. Hopefully they're pretty good. Holly, probably don't need to scout him, but we got 900 hours. He's got 98 speed. We are going after this guy. I mean, we were going to go after him whether he had 98 speed or 90 speed. This other receiver is pretty solid. 85 short route. 91 spectacular catch. 90 speed. This guy looks pretty good as well. As this guy... Or let's see if Forrest Greenway does. And he is... also seems pretty solid. 91 deep route, 80 catch in traffic, 80 spectacular catch. They seem to be fairly similar. I'll probably just take one of the two. And then this running back, Frank Webb. He also seems pretty good. 90 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 agility, 85 carrying, 88 ball carrier vision. But we'll offer all 4 of these transfers. And I think we'll take one receiver, and we'll probably take the other running back as well. This guy, Webb. It's going to be Howie, for sure. One of these 2 receivers, and Webb. Plus, I'm going to go see if we can find other guys from high school that we want to recruit. But we will sim to the second week of off-season recruiting. Stokely commits, let's go. Carney commits, both corners. Bruce commits, finally, let's go. And let's see. Move up a little bit for the transfers. Master Motivator unlocked. Okay, nice. We got some more abilities we can spend coach points on. But let's see. How are these transfers looking? I offered one of these guys a scholarship. I believe it was this guy, and he's walked us out. Just trying to get another lineman. Although, I wish we could find a tackle, but there's only 2 stars who are still available. But let's see. Holly, we're in first. Let's go. Also got a pretty big lead. And we're also going to get him on campus in week 2. We might be able to figure out his hard sells, too. Let's see. So we can't figure out his hard sells yet, but we're in a good spot. This other guy, we're in 3rd, actually down a spot. This guy, we're up to 2nd, and Webb, we're in 2nd. That's what it's looking like with the transfers. But as far as the other recruits we've got, they're all pretty close to committing. This guy, I'm leaving him on our board even though we're locked out because we're the only thing to offer. We've seen people commit like this before. I think we'll commit as well. And then receivers stays the same. I wanted to find another tackle, as I just said, but couldn't. Center, I guess this guy's going to be the guy we have to go after. I mean, he's not terrible. He's got 74 run block. Don't know his pass block. So I guess we'll just go after him. And I guess we'll get aggressive before he walks us out. But otherwise, we look to be in a pretty good spot. Might want to see if we can get this guy Ronald Coffey on campus. We'll go week 2 just as soon as possible. And we'll go pro potential. That might be actually the first time we've ever scheduled somebody on a recruit or on a visit for pro potential. We'll advance to the next week of off-season recruiting. Steven Jamerson commits. I combined his first name and last name. Our quarterback from Las Vegas. Holly, we're in first by a lot. Let's go. Let's see. How's the rest of this looking? This center, of course, Ole Miss decides to offer him too. Holly, we're in first by a lot. Close to commit. I think we might be able to figure out his hard sells now. But let's see. We still can't figure out the hard sells. But, I mean, his process is moving along nicely. We should be able to get him anyway. Tennessee's going to get that receiver, and Florida State's going to get that receiver. Yikes. Webb, we should get him on campus. Oh, no. That's the wrong visit. And I can't change it. Oh, no. I was trying to go Conference Prestige, and I clicked the wrong one. Oh, well. But we can put a few more hours on him. And I think there's really only a couple other guys we're looking at right now. We should be able to sim to the next week. So yeah, we'll sim to the next week, recruiting 4 of 4 in the offseason. Jabari Holly, let's go. 98 speed receiver, 4-star transfer. Let's go. Oh, Webb does go to Arkansas, okay. let's see, week 4 of 4. As long as we got Holly, I'm fine now. Webb goes to Arkansas. Greenway goes to Florida State. We do take the lead over Ole Miss for this guy. And we might be able to hard sell him. We'll have to see. So we can't quite hard sell him yet. This receiver is still here. Maybe we see if we can take a swing on him. I doubt we get him, but worth a chance. I mean, it's the last week of off-season recruiting, so if we don't know his hard sells, I think that's going to be it. Yeah. It's going to be right here. I was going to say we'll just take a guess, but we are able to figure it out. Coffee, close to commit, he'll commit. Drango, uh-oh, he's been offered by LSU. Let's just offer this other running back who's now been offered by Memphis. Man, are we not going to get a single running back? That could be bad. But otherwise, I think we're okay. But we'll sim to the next week, which is through off-season recruiting. And Coffee finally commits. This guy does go to Tennessee. And National Signing Day, we've also got position changes. And, yeah, Drango does go to LSU. And this other guy goes to Memphis. But I did add this guy, DeMarco. I just offered him a scholarship, and he committed. I guess that's all I was waiting for. But we got... Wait. He committed! When did this guy decommit? Oh, come on. He was committed the entire time. He decommitted and is going to LSU. Well, that really stinks. Development trade for Holly's elite, by the way. He's going to be really good. But this is what the class looks like. Pretty solid. It was definitely could be a little bit better in the areas such as the secondary. But we end up having, I think, a pretty good class. We got our first ever 5 stars Vanderbilt Dynasty and in Vanderbilt history. And we have the 12th best recruiting class in the country. That's pretty good. We've only got 20 commits, but 2 5 stars, 7 4 stars, 11 3 stars. I like our class, even though it might not be the deepest. And then position changes, I was thinking about this. We got a few guys who I think we were playing out of position, and I think that might be why our defense was so bad. And it starts with a couple of ends. Josh Kennedy might move inside because he's a run stopper, I'm not sure. Geo Perfect is going to move inside. He is going to move to defensive tackle, where he will be an 85 overall. Davis is going to stay on the outside. Cordell Kittner probably going to move inside as well. And Maxwell Walk probably better suited for the inside. But then we're going to have a ton of defensive tackles. Like, I don't know why the game would give us 8,000 players that should be playing in the interior. But Cordell Kittner, we might keep him here for now and just play him as defensive tackle. I'm not sure. But I think that's going to be all the position changes. I thought we might have done more. But Howie's already an 85, by the way. But I think that's going to be it. Thought there'd be more, but just one. So we will sim through to progression. Or off-season training, whatever they call it. And we have a 90 overall defense. If our defense is bad this year, I don't know what to tell you. Training results. Let's see. Our defense probably progressed a lot. We're an 88 overall team. And, yeah, but we're pretty good. Peter Bacon's up to an 84. Let's see. Zach Turner's 91. Larry has developed to an 83. Where's Frank? He's still a 78? How is Larry now better than this guy? Frank was insane last year and he barely developed. Well, let's see. Coker's an 84. I think that's up 1. Cush is an 83. Cleveland's a 78. I definitely thought some of these guys would develop a little bit more. John stays an 80. Caleb Tranquil might start at left tackle for us. We'll have to figure that out. We are still looking pretty good in the interior of the offensive line. We just got to figure out tackles. That's a little concerning. But we're looking pretty good. Cordell Kittner's up to an 81. That's very nice. Greg Davis is an 80. Why do I always think he was a defensive tackle? Calvin and Burfict are best defensive tackles. They're not the greatest, but they, I guess, will do. Dunsmore's up to an 81. Toure's an 87. Finally, this guy develops. Only takes him to his senior year. Adai's an 82. And corner, we're looking pretty good. Wow, holy cow. We've got everyone over an 80 overall. Our corners are insane. Safety McQueen up to an 80. And Sermon to an 80 as well. But we're not looking the best. Would have liked to see some guys develop a little bit more, but we're looking pretty good. Again, we'll continue to sim. And obviously this year, next year is going to be next video, by the way. And we can upgrade our coach skills. We got 20 points, and we have unlocked more areas. Now, where was that? I think I might have been a recruiter. No, then it had to be tactician. Oh, you can upgrade here. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, it unlocks because we had guys drafted. That's right. I do think we might have lost some stuff when we did this. But I think we'll just save these remaining 5 for now. And now we got to encourage transfers. We have only got to tell 5 guys to go, which is not that bad compared to previous years. Corey Emery's going to be a guy we're going to tell to transfer. I mean, we've got good quarterbacks. I think Frank's still going to start, even though Larry's better. But Emery we're going to transfer, or tell to transfer. Another guy, we might want to get a couple of these receivers out of here. The first is going to be Zach Morton. We have a ton of receivers. Wait a minute. What is going on with this guy? I thought he signed with LSU. I'm so confused. But we got this guy. Let's go. Also, he's got 95 speed as a true freshman. That's pretty nice. But we might tell somebody else to transfer as well. This guy's a senior. I think it's going to be this guy, Dante, as well. And then we've got some tight ends, but I don't think we're going to tell any of them to transfer. Maybe Nick Crook, because he's kind of bad, but we'll have to see. Nobody along the offensive line. We're not as deep there as we once were. And I don't really think anyone along the defensive line. Douglas is young. If he was like a junior, he'd be gone. But let's see. Another guy we tell to transfer is going to be Brad Selzner. He's a junior. He's just buried in the depth chart and not going to see much playing time. And we got to get rid of one more guy. I think it's going to be at corner. I don't want to move on from any of these corners, but I think it's going to be at corner just because we've got a ton of them. And it's going to be Pat Tobin. We brought him in last year as a transfer, and we're going to tell him to transfer this time. But that is that, and we will advance to the next week, which I believe is going to be the preseason. I always forget something, though. So I might be forgetting something again. And no, we're in the preseason 2030. But definitely got to make sure we don't lose half our team. We don't go 4-8. But that is going to be next video. Let me know what you guys think of this format, or thought of this format. Not speaking English. If you guys like seeing one season in a video, if you think it's too long, if you prefer it split up. I like playing the games, but I'm just trying to progress this a little bit more so we can get back to playing baseball. But that's going to do it for this episode of Vanderbilt Dynasty. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you next video.